just realized my mic was off the entire time. And I didn't have desktop audio going.
Sorry about that. I'm back.
You
Neighbor
good?
asked if they could pick some oranges for my tree.
Oh.
Very nice. Instead
All
of
right.
just doing it.
Slight problem with the recording. The mic and also the desktop audio were muted for everywhere up until now. So for the recording, zero sound up until this point.
Okay, well, I'm sure your words will ring in my head. I'll remember it. But
Yeah,
I got notes too. But oh well.
Yeah, I think there will be. Yeah, you can ask me what I meant in like a few different places. You can probably see my like mouse cursor and try to be able to remember
Yeah,
visual stuff.
Oh,
But
good.
yeah.
Well, I'm still so appreciative of you. So like, no worries, dude.
Okay.
Oh well.
But yeah, let's see what we got from here. All right, so here you diagonal upright. You get to like between here-ish. You can like go a little further like to here-ish. Basically like it's supposed to be when you hit the rail, you're like able to dash right. You can like nudge the rail like a little bit, and just keep doing it. You're fine.
Yeah, but it's about timing that anti-fairy, right? Just like the direction. Got it.
Here, oh yeah, you don't have hook shot because you. Okay.
Yeah.
This is fine. Here it's actually a little bit faster to go below the spikes and dash up.
Interesting. Okay.
So
of course.
Quick diagonal
you'll have
down
more
below the spikes.
Time.
Yeah, exactly.
Why am I doing that? No clue.
There's a heart here as well.
But, that's what I meant to pick up, and I meant to powder the bunny beam below the pot.
I see.
Something else happened. Okay. You'll have to remind me how you achieve spooky here. Is it from underneath it you have to do, or it's just about getting the dash?
Oh, okay. So the thing about spooky, if you powder it all before this point, it ruins it.
So okay.
Yeah, so you're kind of locked out of spooky.
It's understood. That's.
But what it is you dash dust right before placing the block. So it'll be a really quick like dust block, right? And as long as you can see the dash dust on the screen while the block's being placed, you got it.
You got it.
Yeah. Also, I guess to go back to another failure point. Let's see. Here. Oh, yeah, you also want to grab the rock from below. You want to go below and grab the rock and then go up. That's also imperative for spooky. You can do it from the left, but it's like the timing. There's like a timing window type thing, and it's
interesting. I was just totally unaware of the mechanics of it. So.
Yeah, and you don't actually lose it like any time because you're like in iframes, I guess here. So you have to wait a little bit before the portal like starts working, so you don't lose any time grabbing from below versus from the left. But yeah, back to it looks like he tried to do spooky there. Yeah, and it's oh no, yeah, this is a really hard room.
Just losing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll if I remember during the lesson, the stream was freaking out here, so I have a very incomplete understanding of how all that works. Yeah,
I wouldn't even go for spooky until you can consistently get through the first part of the dungeon without using powder.
Sure, makes sense.
Because the time save isn't like that much, in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, another one of the feels cool.
All right, you're already doing video wrong.
Yeah, it's not go to the left here, or you have to hold the sword while going in.
I'll show you how it's done. So the thing about Vidi is a lot of people will claim that they're doing it right, but they're actually doing it slightly wrong, even if it looks right, because they're like opening themselves up to like a really rare like 1 in 16 or whatever like eyeball RNG.
Okay.
So, try to do it this way, but like, don't be too worried if you like mess it up a little bit. This honestly deserves like a dedicated like training session to just kind of mastering this.
Okay.
On its own. But the basics is you walk up to this goo right here, and then you slash left. So walk up to the goo, slash left. That's the first movement. And then once you do that, you walk left to here and then up. Right?
Yes.
Release a spin there. You want to aim for like this kind of like crevice right there between these eyeballs. You want to kind of fit Link's hat into there, and you'll know you do this right if you get all 4 eyeballs there.
Yeah.
But you don't want to like over or undershoot this really, because if you undershoot it, you get hit. You can get hit by this eyeball. Sometimes he does some weird stuff. If you overshoot it, you waste time, and the timing is really tight on this one. So
yes.
You do this, and then after that you walk down, you slash, and then you go up left. So like this.
Okay.
And you can go.
So you start it down and move up back into that corner. Yeah, swipe and start your charge. Got
so
it.
like that.
Yeah, and then just straight over. Got it. That setup of walking to the goo and then cardinal, I just forget all the time. I don't know why I try to diagonal into that corner. Very good. Yep. I see the consistency now.
Yep. So this, then you release like, like around that first row of eyeballs, under the left side of Vidi.
Yes. Yeah, those iframes are the ones I often fuck up that second hit. So it's like you have to swipe down. It's kind of essentially you get that. Got it.
Yeah, and then after the second spin, you hold down right and then you slash. Hold down right, then slash, then right, up, left. So, like back into the goo. And don't worry if there's still like eyeballs remaining. You just kind of shoot them. You can slash at them.
Yeah, I got it. No, that's very helpful.
Yeah, it's also
intellectualize this fight much better now.
Again, a lot of minutia. Very easy to do it wrong, even if you don't think you're doing it wrong. So in the future, if I ever tell you you're doing it wrong, please just trust me. Like, if you do this fight right, you only lose 4 hearts to the goo, up until the point where you're like finishing off the remaining eyeballs. In which case, you can like go into the goo for iframes and then slash and like lose 1 or 2 hearts
if you really want.
If you have the extra, yeah. So I have 7 going into this. I have 3 now. I could have actually like used iframes to get the left eyeball. I did that in my race actually. But yeah, I ended up with 3, so that's how you do it. It is
very good.
It's difficult to get down. It can be consistent when you figure it out, like once you've practiced it a lot. And then it'll like
just a couple dozen hours in the practice hack on this one.
I honestly, a couple dozen is like way too much. You don't even need that much.
I mean, like over my lifetime, but yeah, just spend time in here and I understand.
Yeah, and that way you can get like a consistent. Yeah, okay. So right there, you got to be a little more careful because the this lightning, like this, its pattern is RNG.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, you could have gotten hit there. You kind of got lucky that it like arced just around you. Yes. Here, you got super lucky. Look at how close you got.
I know. I don't know where my brain is on this one.
Yeah, there you just like you want to just kind of hug the wall when he's about to.
Yes, yeah.
Then 8 shots here.
I got the arrows.
But yeah, Vidi's
I've definitely almost not had enough arrows for that fight before. So
Yeah, if you don't have enough arrows, what you do is like you can slash you can slash Viddy, you can spin him. Just kind of wait for him to come down, slash him up. Just be safe about it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, understood.
Every tempered sword spin is worth 1 arrow. Every slash is worth half an arrow. So that's kind of the conversion right there.
Oh, okay, good to know. So yeah, 16 slashes if I had none.
Yeah, I've come in here with like really low health and had to finagle stuff. I ended up like I came in there like with 3 hearts or something, and I did like 2 of the spins, and then I fucked off, and then I shot like 8 arrows into the other eyeballs, and then I like didn't have enough spins or arrows for Viddy, so I shot like 2 and then slashed him however many times. Sometimes you just got to get the job done. All right, so it looks like you already have all your shopping. So yeah, swamp. This screen's hard.
Yeah, and I don't know why I can't remember to swim down here. Why I terminally walk to the right after the warp.
So here the quick warp is actually to the left, but like getting around to the left is like such a pain in the ass that honestly, just go from the right side until you're like really trying to optimize screens. Yep. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So you mentioned that you forgot about the swimming.
Yeah. I just.
Okay. So here you want to hold diagonal in this screen and get at least 1 frame of diagonal here, because then you dash.
Oh.
First of all, you dash along here, which saves time, and second of all, you don't have to swim in there.
You don't swim. Yeah.
And then there's and then there's like pretty optimized movement for like avoiding this guy and avoiding this guy, but just get through them. Slash if you need to. You're no big deal. Yeah, this is fine.
That one we had just learned the room. I just did it wrong. Right.
Yeah. Let me look at this again. Yeah. So here, you can throw the pot down into the Tektite over there.
Yeah.
And it'll help.
Yeah.
Yeah. And was this the one that you said you like learned it? But
you're supposed to go straight down there, right?
Yeah. You diagonal like to the block and then past it, and then you dash this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, no worry. I mean, yeah, forgetting stuff is like, it's pretty easy to forget stuff.
Yeah, there's 500 things to remember, 500 rooms or whatever.
Yeah, it's a lot. Here, you want to have your hammer out. So the optimal way of doing this is you walk up so that you nudge the pot, hammer it, start a dash, and then you pick up the key as you're dashing down.
Okay. Sure. Makes sense, because you need your hammer over here.
I saw that you were going for the wall grab there.
I don't know if I was.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
I was going to say, they just overshot it.
All right, so for this one, as you're falling, you want to hold B. So you keep your sword out, and then if this guy comes at you, he just kills himself on your sword. And you start a dash with your while your sword is out. Yeah. Swamp is kind of hard because there's a lot of like weird RNGs that happen where you don't have to go left there, you can just go straight up there.
Okay. Got it.
A lot of weird RNGs where
I don't know what the hell I'm thinking here. I just brain farted like I said, I was looking at my phone or something, forgot I haven't.
If I had a nickel for every time I went the wrong way in like this part of Swamp.
God, and because it's so, monotonous, right? It's like you go, you
Yeah.
double track a couple of these rooms,
At least
and it's just like...
Yeah. I've forgotten to hit that switch so many times. It's, it's so fucked up.
That's the worst one, exactly right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you just walk it out.
Oh, yeah.
Here you just...
And I know you dash up the top, right? You just dash straight off the edge.
Yeah, just dash straight at the door, yeah. Oh, there's another like north spiral staircase.
Yes.
You just hold up right here.
Yep, understood. I don't know what I forget what's in here. It's money, right? Yeah, it's so stupid. I don't know what I think I'm going for.
Yeah, it's random.
But a little bit of fun. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so here's a fun one. Yeah, I'm not gonna, get on your ass about that. If this guy's already sparking when you're coming up here, you can dash up, and by the time you get to him, he will stop sparking and you will kill him every time. And then you dash like above the spike.
Beautiful.
Otherwise, you go below, you go above, you try to figure it out. That's like the good RNG, I think. Because otherwise, like you don't know when he's going to spark, and he might get in your way when you're trying to kill him. So
sure,
you have to go around him. Let's see. Here you just walk off and you quick hop there.
Oh, sure. Yeah, it's too short.
Okay, so this one, there's like some special movement that you do, like from here to here to here, so that you can hook to the pot. Because it's like a 1 pixel window for hooking to this pot. And it's after you like lift this pot, yeah. So like, if you don't know that, then don't bother trying to hook the pot.
No, I must have missed it in the lesson.
It's like some advanced stuff. I'm not sure if they went over it. Frankly, a lot of the stuff I'm going over is like kind of advanced anyway.
Oh, I find it helpful. What did I mess up here? Why did I not push it far enough? Why can't I pick up the pot?
Do you know about the hook dash strat here?
I did a hook, but I didn't do a hook dash, right? I messed that up.
I'll just teach you now. They might have like skimmed. They probably skimmed over a lot of this in the lesson. I think I'm going a little bit like into the.
No, they mentioned it. I'm just
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So when you go over here, you hook dash to the pot here, and you know that works because when you're pushing this, you can see Link is he's zooming, right? His like animation is ridiculously fast here.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And when you're in this hook dash state, you can pick up the pot pretty easily.
That's what the trick was.
Push this.
It's not that.
If the jelly's not in the way, you can hook here and then go. Otherwise, you can like, oops, I got sucked in there. So this is what the room looks like normally.
Got it.
Except you don't bonk there.
Yeah, but it makes so much more sense now. Okay.
This is actually a really hard room. I've practiced this a lot and I still mess it up because, a lot of different RNG stuff going on, so no shame if you have trouble there. Oh, so here, this is actually a much simpler room than you think it is.
Yeah.
So after you grab try to grab the arrows there because it's a lot. Oh, whoops. It's like a pretty fast arrow pot. Oh, whoops. Did I miss the hook dash? I guess I must have. If he's sparking, you can throw the pot up. So once you get through here, let's not give myself beams. So if he's not sparking, you hold all the way, you hold upright up until you hit the wall here. You dash through. If he is sparking, you do 2 slashes and then you do the same thing.
Oh, that's right. I'm just forgetful. That was explained.
Okay.
2 slashes. Let him burn himself out.
And if you have beams, you just beam him and you go through.
Yeah, got it. Definitely need the restock.
I'll teach you something here because you seem to enjoy learning about fence dash. So there's like a similar thing right here. If you diagonal down left for 1 frame and then dash, if you do it early enough, and you do it correctly enough.
Oh, I just got it.
Yeah, you just kind of nudge through that.
Get a little okay,
what I like to do is I hold left out of this, and then I do diagonal down left into a dash, and then like I'll get it a little more easily. Fun to go for, you know. Doesn't lose that much time if you bonk.
Yeah, because you got the little backstop there, but that's fun. Thank you.
All right. There's a hook dash strat for this room. It's very hard. Don't worry about it. What you're doing is probably fine.
Just out of curiosity, what is it? You hook dash him?
Yeah. So, oops, wrong one. So you dash into this room. You hold your sword. You hook dash with the sword held, and as you're doing that, once the puffs like get hooked to your sword, they die. Like instantly, and you have a small window after hooking, after you know the puffs die, where you can hook again and continue the process. If you mess that up, then you'll only poke. If you mess up the hook dash, then you'll only poke, and it doesn't kill. So this is the only way you can get a 0 cycle Argus. It'll look like this.
That's really cool. Yeah, you're just kind of sucking them into your sword.
And I messed that up a little bit. Cool thing about this is that, like, worst case, you know, you mess up, you get a 1 cycle, and you're still like probably going to be faster than like doing the normal strat. So you know, if you want to practice a boss fight and like, you know, just try to figure it out, have fun with it, that's one thing you can try.
Very good. I mean, I've never died in this room before. That was fun.
Yeah, it's Argus doesn't feel that threatening until you're on like 1 heart because of all the stuff that Swamp Palace can do.
Yeah, that got me up to here. Exactly right.
Yeah, I've died to Argus before. It's I've lost like, you know, a few good runs to Argus. It doesn't happen very often, but it's really embarrassing when it does.
When it does, yeah.
Oh, and then you're getting golds and silvers. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't remember this route very well. Because it's been a while since.
No, I just have to rewatch Concision's recent lesson on it too. He also had all you guys had to shake off the cobwebs on that one.
For sure. Yeah, so I'm just gonna skip this. Oh, one thing I do remember. So that bomb
can actually hurt you.
Yeah, exactly. So what I like to do is I hook dash on the stairs, and then I just kind of hold up there, and it'll you'll go through there a little bit faster.
I don't know what it is that resets the timer. It's like if I walk over the bomb or something, it goes back to me. So that's what I'm most afraid of.
Oh, I think if you push A on it or something, then you like grab it. I think if you're like just walking around, you might be right. I don't know, but I've never had an issue with like hook dashing there and like going through, because I've done this for Hundo. It's just been like a million years. All right, let's skip over to like when you get to Death Mountain. Oh, you must have mirror bonked there.
Did, yeah.
Oh, here you can just hook dash with
Yeah, I know. Exactly right. That's what I remember 30 seconds after doing this. So wait, I have the hook shot at this point. Because I'll need it.
Oh my god, you want so
yeah.
You're going for Waffle House here without even the hook shot. Okay, that's crazy.
And then I switched to it down somewhere around here, I think. If that absolute insanity.
If that works for you, then go for it. It's much
easier
to
just it obviously does not.
It's much easier to just kind of drop off here and like, you know, hook the shot over to
and
here.
Then just hook. Yeah, totally.
Oh no!
I know. I just see. Then I hook dash.
That screen's hard. I mean, there's no shame in that. Oh,
here, well, there's a bit of shame, but yeah.
Here you want to dash like a little bit lower, and you just kind of dash all the way to here, and then you
okay.
Hook. A lot of random players do the hook thing, but it's not fast.
Yeah, no, unnecessary. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was just a whiff.
Okay.
Yeah, I know I'm not supposed to get. I know I'm supposed to get back. I'm not supposed to do that fairy. All bad.
Nah, it's fine. All right, let's get through this cutscene.
Yeah, you got me.
Wait, let's look at this menu. Oh, you're gonna menu to Samaria. Everybody messes this up. Okay. I did this wrong for the longest time until Sean, secretly a sliver, came into my chat and he just started yelling like the right menu at me. It's down and then right. It's 2 movements. So you go down and then you.
That's infuriating. Of course it is. Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I'm wrong because you have fairies, so it's different.
Yeah, no, but still, right down is better than.
Right down. Yeah, okay. Right down works. If you don't have fairies, it's down right.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Or down right.
Hit that,
wait, no, down left.
If you hit that fairy menu.
Yeah, hitting the fairy menu is it's rough.
Yeah.
Torches is this whole fucking dungeon is hard.
I tried to, but
a little bit easier way of doing this, and just the way we do it is fire rod down here, which gets both of these.
Yeah,
and then right, yeah.
Understood.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of people do the fire rod shot here,
hit it with
and then
top, and then catch it. Yes.
And then hook left here. But that's kind of hard. That's a super gamer thing. Windows tight. So just hook from the bottom.
Yeah. Understood.
Yeah, I've seen people mess that up all the time, and then all right, yeah, this is fine as long as you're able to get through rollers without losing too much health. You're good.
Yeah. I am down to 1, but. Ugh.
Oh, also one thing I should say, which probably got covered in the lesson. Oh, actually, I'm gonna go. So in this room, if the jellies get in your way, just do not slash them.
Just take it, right?
Just take it, yeah. Because what happens if you slash them?
Switching to the hook shot is probably slower than just taking it.
Yes, but also, I mean, I guess switching to the hook shot isn't too bad. But if you slash them, what'll happen is they'll electrify right before you slash them. Sometimes,
yeah, you get
knocked
them off.
It's the worst. Horrible. Yeah. The only difference is sometimes when you're on these little notches, these parts, if you get knocked off, you actually do get, or if you get if you hit them, if you deboost through them or try to, you do get knocked off there sometimes, or maybe you get knocked yeah. Sometimes if you come over here and you hit the skeleton, he'll push you back here and then you'll go down, and it'll be I actually have a clip of me just getting completely screwed here, but so there's nuance to that, but for the most part, yeah, just ride through the oh no, oh that's rough.
Yeah. Thank God for the fairies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you can you probably already know, but the fire rod is is an easy way of doing this. Once you get better and you don't use the fire rod here, you end up just kind of double spinning the pokies.
Yeah, and then how he comes into you, right? You let him, depending on the angle he's taking here, you're on the left or the right of him, you let him bounce into you and do the double spin.
Exactly, yeah. What I always do is an easier way of doing that is make sure he's to the left or right of you. It's directly to the left or right of you. This is fine. You just gotta get him every time. If you're too far away, you can double spin him, but have one of the parts of him just kind of fly all over the place.
Bounce off. Yeah.
If that happens, you're too far away from him. There's a method here for using the scan of Samaria, but honestly, just
yeah, and you get the iframes with the pegs poking up on you, right?
But this is one of the hardest rooms in the game. Just honestly, as long as you can get through it, it's good. Yeah.
I was practicing it before, and the drop, I kind of know the rhythm of doing it, and I just had a crisis of confidence going into here. No, I'm gonna just do it like I've done it.
I mean, it's gonna be a while till you really have to worry about super optimizing Chomp's room, right?
Yeah, especially because I have fairies and stuff. But.
Yeah. So as long as you can just, don't take 1,000,000 hearts of damage and die here and like whatever else, just get through it. There you can, it shouldn't be too hard to be fast enough out of this. You can just go like hold right, hold down right, then down into here. You can beat the fairy and then you walk over to here, you dash.
Yeah.
Right. You did need the fairy.
I don't need it here because there's. I don't need the health. There's 4 more fairies coming up in the next room.
Well, I mean, if you wanted the health, that's fine. I'm just saying, like, in case you didn't know about that, that's how you can just beat the fairy.
Understood. Yeah, I didn't know that you could beat him. I thought you had to wait him out, so that is helpful. Oh my god.
Yeah, a lot of these rooms, like, at some point, you're gonna have to go through here and like practice all the Poke's RNGs, and it's kind of not as hard as you think, but it's like kind of hard figuring out everything. So when you do that...
Oh, interesting.
When you do that, so I'll just kind of incept this into your mind right now. You make the save state before you go through the door. You make the save state after you go through the door. It locks in...
You'll get the same RNG.
You'll get the same RNG. Yeah. You can also go to RNG control and change the Poke RNG. I can't remember which one of these. Yeah, it's like down left, down right, up left, up right.
Oh, that's cool.
Can't remember which one of these corresponds to which Poke, but that's just a way of practicing that. Because you will at some point learn like, for Poke 1, how to deal with every Poke RNG, and then Poke's 2, all 16 of the RNGs, which isn't as hard as you think because you can kind of flowchart it out and like.
Yeah. 4x4.
A lot of them kind of follow the same pattern, right? Of just kind of spin the top one, find the bottom one, etc.
Okay.
But at some point you'll do that. Like you are far away from like that being necessary. Just keep fire rotting. You're good.
Yeah. Understood.
But this is also actually another place where, like, once you drop golds and silvers. And once you drop half magic, you are going to have to figure out how to deal with those. That's around when you would do that.
Yeah, understood.
Because then your fire rod routing will be a little bit tighter because you don't want to run out of magic for the.
Yeah, it'll be a little more precious.
Yeah.
Like definitely in this upcoming room, right? That. Just firing is not the most economical use of magic there.
Yeah, exactly.
No need for it.
Sorry about that, scratchy throat.
No trouble at all. Yeah, also don't need... I know how to do the laser skip. I should just do it.
Yeah, I guess Mirror Shield is probably going to be, like... your next drop safety. Oh, wait. You want to hit the switch on the way out. It makes the switch room later on easier. I don't really know what strat you're using there.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. But I always do that. Okay, this is an interesting little optimization. Totally, you don't need to worry about this now, but...
But go down the first row, right?
No, what you did so far was fine. When you get to this pot, you want to hold up right into it, so you pot slide a little bit, because otherwise you have to like go up and hit the button. Yeah, because you missed it there because you didn't like.
Yeah.
Pot sliding. So the way pot sliding works is like you're moving as you're picking it up. So you get free movement that way. You don't lose any time like moving upright. So you pot slide upright, can hold right into the button, hold left. And also, one thing I forgot to mention about these, it's a little movement thing. Let's look at here. So you can just stay on the left side and do that. It'll center you into the thing.
There's no need to hit it in the middle, exactly.
Exactly, yeah. So that'll save you a little bit of time because you don't have to do that. Let's see. Yeah, this is totally fine if you don't want to take damage.
I know it's noob, but yes, exactly.
Oh, that's actually interesting. So most people will go left here and then go down in the left here. But I mean, that doesn't look like that loses any time. I think once you're at the point where you're like you're doing this room fast enough, you're not using the hook shot, and you only take damage from the second fire bar. If you do it this way, you might run into this one, but I could be wrong.
Makes sense though, and the timing is totally different when you don't delay with the
exactly.
hook shot. So when you do it optimally, I'm sure it's more predictable too.
Okay.
No need to be doing that. But...
I mean, laser skip is hard and it's like fucking scary. You know, I've lost runs to laser skip. It's fine.
No, but you know, I do it in the practice hack all the time, or you have to do it in randomizer so often. So I feel like I have a feel for it. I should just do it.
So here, the way you key dash it is you kind of line up here and you nudge this railing and then you key dash. I think you actually just like straight up hit the 1 in 4 pixels and got lucky there.
That's what I was gonna say. I thought the bar on the right was also a key dash, but I maybe misunderstood. Like if I line myself up there and dash is why it worked.
Oh, is that why that worked? Oh, you know what? Actually, no, that also works. Okay, I see now. Yeah, if you want to do that, that's totally fine as well.
No, the nudge makes so much more sense. I love that.
Yeah, I mean, either way works. And it's like, you know, maybe you risk like falling in the pit here. I don't know. Your way seems like probably a little more consistent, so. Yeah, and if you hit the switch in the room that I said, you can just kind of walk
set up
and
better here. Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes all the sense. But I'm still. Not, you know, doing the Mario dash in there.
Yeah, you can do. There's an easier way of doing this room. This is a little bit harder than what Concision does in his runs, but I don't. Maybe it's not even really harder. It's just like it's a little bit faster than what Concision does in his runs. I'll put it that way. You go over here. You can go above this guy and slash down, and he's dead. Place the Samaria block right there. You walk until you're like on the blue.
On this one, yep.
You press Y and you hold left, and you can stop here and get iframes from here. So if the Pokey was down in here, then you could just like walk left from here and dash up. But if you're too scared and you want to avoid the Pokey, that's totally fine too. But yeah, so just again.
Oh, that's
slash here.
I thought it had to be an item dash. Just walking there is so much nicer.
Yeah, I do the item dash because it's a little bit faster. With the item dash, you start from like here instead of here, and you're dashing instead of walking. So with the item dash, it's like there.
Exactly.
And it's also like tighter to cancel on the pegs in case you need the invincibility. I only really recently switched to the item dash. I think in my 126 PB I was walking there. You know, not too hard of a room if you do it that way. So the only difficult part might be like canceling the just like stopping on the right part of here for the iframes in case the Pokey's in the way. But that's about it.
Okay.
It's definitely worth considering. Nice.
Butter sword is the easiest thing in the world. Yeah. Oh.
But you only lost one heart because you hit the. Ray called them his shoes.
Oh, is that feet, what it is? Oh.
Yeah, if you hit the head, it's like 4 hearts.
I think I messed up this double hit. Yeah.
So I've seen random players do like a lineup where they do the sword left, and I've seen that like work for people. But the lineup that I use, let's just go through Trinex to set it up, and this works for me like every time. By the way, backdoor Trinex is like super, you know, not necessary.
Oh, I understand, but it doesn't look that hard, so it's intriguing.
Alright, so I'll make a save state here. So, sword right, and then you line up here. So, I can't pause. Okay. So the lineup is back of Link's hat is like here. you see right here, this like part of the shell right where like sword is.
Yeah.
So the back of the hat is like kind of lined up with like that part right there.
Okay.
Right. So that would look like this. If I got like really close around here, right? And then for the height, you want Link to be like just under the explosions, maybe a little bit on like into the bottom explosions.
Okay.
And then you let go of B when you see the shell disappear. So I pay attention to like once I'm lined up, I pay attention to the top of the shell right here. And when because when it disappears, I guess like the explosions aren't like specifically right there. It like feels easier for me to see.
Oh yeah, it's unobscured. Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
But yeah, once it disappears, let go of B. You should get the double spin. Pause at some point here. Might need a hook just to kind of read where you are. Plus,
get ready for the hook dash coming up.
Yeah, exactly. And then out of the menu, I want you to hold up and then slash down.
Oh, got it. It's get out of its way. That makes sense.
Yep. Actually, after the double spin, frankly, like after you get the double spin, you should hold up.
Hold up. Yep. Beautiful. That's what makes total sense.
And you always get out of Trinex's way if you hold up like that. It's slightly faster to like be in front of him and slash him as he's coming at you, but Corey died to exactly that today, and Humbug died exactly to that today. And I said on stream, like Bitey is rolling in his grave because he's a big proponent of holding up there and slashing down.
Yes, yeah. I told you so.
Yeah, exactly.
Amazing.
But yeah, so that's how I do that part. And it looks like you have the rest of it pretty solid.
Very good.
And if you have the hook out, then you hook dash out of there. But yeah, no big deal.
Yeah, I know. I just forgot. I remember practicing it before the run because like, oh, that's cool. Because it really does make that a little more reliable. Overshot.
This looks fine so far. A little bit faster, and you can change the strat up if you want. Actually, keep doing what you're doing. I'm not gonna like mess you up here.
Yeah. I'm always willing to hear the suggestion.
Honestly, nah. For GT, just as long as whatever you're doing works, it's fine.
Okay, sounds good. This one I'm quite inconsistent on.
Yeah. So this one, I'll show you. I'll show you this one. I'm blanking on. Is it this one? It's okay. I'll just go from spike skip then.
That's so annoying, you're right.
So I throw the boomerang to the right and then walk down. What you did probably gives you like more leniency for not messing this up. So I just keep doing what you do. If I were you, for here, hold down left out of the door. Then left, and then kind of down here. You want to like be kind of like here-ish. Go a little bit below this line right here with your shadow.
Okay.
I kind of greed and go like here, but go here-ish.
I like it. Yeah.
So boomerang down, and then after you boomerang, hold right, mash start. And then mash Y, like as you're holding right. Oops. I didn't go down far enough, that's why that missed. Oops. Now I'm menuing wrong. Okay, a little bit further down.
You gotta...
Dude.
I'm going crazy too. Very good. No. I think I see the trick. So it's about placement of where you release that and
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Okay.
A little bit lower is better, but not too far to the right. Because what happens if you're too far to the right, like here, you hit it like immediately as you're going down, and then you hook the pot, and then you're outside of the, and then you accidentally hook to the pegs. So you want to go like kind of in the middle of these pegs and then down.
So that I got it. Yeah, so your boomerang clears the left a little bit. Then it happens
maybe
on its return is when it hits it.
I think like here's good too. Oops. Yeah.
That works.
Maybe to, like even to the bottom of the pegs if you want to be safe. Oh my god. I swear I don't normally mess it up this bad.
Yeah, you could be almost totally on that bottom peg, it looked like, so.
Yeah, you don't want to do it too high is the problem. If you do it too high, then the boomerang misses the switch entirely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Understood.
Too high or too far to the left. It's like a little bit tight as far as left-right goes. It's like that. Try that a few times. If not, you can. If you don't like it, you can switch back to using the Samaria here. Not a big deal.
Understood. Yeah. I love the feel of the boomerang to the hookshot, though, so I definitely prefer that. Ugh.
All right, here.
You don't actually need that key at all, right?
No, you need that key. So here, an easy way of doing that is, you can. I guess you can do what you did before. Go up through here.
Yes.
And then go up and like to this side over here.
The fire snake's tail. Yeah.
Yeah. So what you're doing now is actually like a super ultra gamer strat.
Making it way harder than it needs to be.
Yeah. So on certain RNGs, not on this one, I think you can. So what you would do. I don't even do this because it's not really worth the fact that you're probably going to take a heart and lose time. You go to like here. You hook to the right. Then you because you have iframes, and then you dash through. And if you beat both of these fire snakes, you can hook up here and push it up, and then both of them get out of your way, and you go over here, and it saves a little time. Don't do that. It's not worth it. I don't do it. Biden doesn't do it. Ari doesn't even do it. Like it's not worth
it. Understood. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A foolish optimization.
Basically, yeah. Some people have success with it, so maybe I will switch to it someday, but you don't have to worry about that.
Not today.
Just go behind the fire snakes. Yeah, here you want to hook up to like here, and then what I like to do. Okay, I'll just get through this part. Bear with me on this one.
No trouble. I appreciate it. Yeah, that makes so much more sense.
Hold down right here. You just hold down right. You don't do anything special. Spleeby has a like an emote for that. If you hook to this thing, what you can do is hold down left here. You just kind of bypass those warps entirely.
Yeah.
Otherwise, what you can do is you can hook past this one and then go over here. Yeah, that's an easy way of doing it. Then you get to here. Let me show you this room. Go here, hook up here, kind of slide into here. Pause when you get, like into here, so you can read where you are. Because you have to menu to bombs anyway. This is where you kind of read your position. Let me slash the beetles out of the way. There we go. So the visual cue for being able to bonk over this is, I think this doesn't work. So you compare Link's shadow to the bottom of this railing here. I think this doesn't work, but 1 pixel, but 1 pixel up does work. So this is a pixel higher than I was before. I think this works. Yeah, so you just kind of you have to like barely clear this with your shadow.
Yes.
So yeah, if you menu to bombs here, you see you're too low, just kind of tap up an A, boom.
That's nice.
And then you go around that. If you want, you can just kind of warp through here. Arrows are here. You probably already know that.
Yeah.
Hold down right here.
Yeah, I'm either getting arrows there or in the chests in the upcoming room. But yeah, I just walked too far.
There's also an arrow pot that you will be getting here. Oh, you can just dash through those guys.
Yeah.
You know, to bonk there, that's good. If you need the fairy, that's totally fine. I'm not going to go over advanced.
Yeah.
This
no, it's just like get out of my way.
Yeah, exactly. That's a really difficult and optimizable room. Yeah, you're gonna have to learn how to do that one with. So that room's harder without silvers. So once you when you're ready to drop silvers, you need to figure out the strat there.
And then it's to walk up the right and then turn left, right?
Yeah, and there's a very specific timing for shooting the Armos, assuming you want to do the kind of harder strat. I can't remember the easier strat for that room, but there are multiple ways to do it actually.
Very good. And this one I just
you're getting red mail. Totally fair.
but I did not need the extra 10 arrows. There was no reason for it.
Oh, fair. Yeah, you'll figure out you'll start to pay attention to routing a little bit more when you get the chance. And this is totally fine. This is fine. The thing about Mimics 1 and 2 is as long as you're getting through it and you're not totally losing your mind, you're good.
That's what I was gonna ask. Is it okay to be doing that diagonal strat, get them lined up, and
yeah, I mean, really, the big issue with Mimics is at your level, it's just don't take a shit ton of health, just get through it. Do something consistent.
And I've got silvers. I don't need twice as many arrows.
At some point, you'll have to optimize strats, but I would try to err on the side of doing really safe strats in those rooms because it's just so hard to be consistent with those two. It's this.
Those are the last
here.
things for me to tweak. I assume.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm definitely squeezing seconds out at that point.
This stretch right here, Mimics 1 into Mimics 2 into this spike room is one of the hardest sections of the game, and then you got Gauntlet coming up right after.
Yeah,
and if you mess this up and you mess that up a little bit, then you're on one heart going into fucking whatever.
Yeah.
And it's just so much. So
if I'm ever hitting up that fairy room right after this, I know I messed up real bad. Ugh.
There's a Koi video. Koi, he's a rando player.
Oh, I watch him all the time. Yeah.
He has a video on this. That's how I learned this. Don't worry about it right now. At some point, you're gonna try to optimize Ganon's Tower, but when you do watch that video, that's how you do it. I've seen so many NMG players who try all this stupid stuff and who have no idea how to do this. Just watch the Koi video. Koi knows what he's doing.
Don't you just? Yeah, I usually just walk here, right? Just walk consistently till the end, and
walking's totally fine. Just walk out. You can also do the thing where you fall off here and then do the iframe dash.
No, oh my god, it terrifies me.
So the optimal way is you have to read the cannonball RNG. There are 3 different dashes that you can do depending on what the cannonball RNG is. Sometimes it's kind of iffy on which one's which, so sometimes I just kind of eat shit. But you can math that one out and figure it out.
Yeah. This is just wrong.
I'll teach you how to do this one. You don't worry too much about doing Gauntlet, completely right. I'm gonna teach you the strats for the rooms. At the very least, there's a simple way to start Gauntlet 1. So immediately out of the door, you hold down right or down left. And you arrow.
Oh, okay.
As long as you get 1 pixel of down left, you can shoot this guy every time.
In that bracket, that's great.
So there, and then you kill these guys. Arrow if they go down, slash if they go up. Then after that, you want to dash left. Usually, you'll be able to dash through the red Zazak. Sometimes they'll come up here and you can slash them in the dash. Sometimes you dash left and you have to slash them. But basically, arrow and then figure out what to do with these guys. Just kind of freestyle it a bit. Again, slash if they go up, arrow if they go down. Get through this room here. This one's kind of hard. So I do something kind of harder. I don't want you to practice what I do on stream when I'm doing my runs.
Sure.
This one is actually technically it is faster than what I do if you get the optimal RNG, but like average case is a little bit worse, but also it's easier. So pot the top guy. So you grab this pot for the bottom. You either throw it left if this guy's right here, or if he goes up, you have to go up a tile and then throw left. The thing about throwing pots is that like if I throw left here, it's going to hit the skeleton. The pot hitbox is going to be where the pot's thrown, not where Link is. So
good to think.
Yeah, so this will just go right into the skeleton. So right there. I'll try to wait for an RNG where he goes up immediately. But yeah, right there you have to go up with him and then
I see it. No problem. Yep.
And then you dash down. If they line up like that, you got super lucky. You did that faster than the strat that I do. I messed that up. I messed that up because I didn't go up with them. You can, and then you like usually get the skeletons down here and you can slash them. If they're still on the conveyor, pots work well for hitting them. Arrows are kind of hard to snipe them with. At some point, you're gonna have to get good at like slashing the skeletons. You got to go really close to them before you slash them. Try to get them with the hilt of your sword because they will like jump away as you're slashing. But you can be able to like hit them anyway. I'll try to show an example of that. Like that time I got him. This time I'm too far away, but that time I got him. You know what I mean? So
Don't chase him.
Don't worry about like doing these optimally too much. This is like what I'm teaching you honestly is like what I would teach someone if they asked me how to get like a sub 8 GT. That's
that's definitely my aspiration. So like, I appreciate the insights a lot.
So I missed that guy, but that's fine. I'll just grab a pot and hit him. Here, you hold down right, you slash this guy. This part's hard. You want to start a dash so that you dash through here.
Right underneath the spikes. Yes.
Underneath the spikes above the beamos. The spacing's a little tricky. So like that works. I kind of messed up and got hit there, but like depending on what they do, you might have to do something different. If he goes up, just go around the conveyor again.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I should keep that in mind. That's
following the conveyor and going all the way around like a second loop. Not really that. It's not as slow as you'd think, just because the conveyor is moving you. What else? But yeah, just kind of practice this and practice, trying to do different things based on what they're doing. Here, hold down right and arrow immediately. And what'll happen is either this guy, that time it missed, which is fine. He has an RNG where he just bolts to the right and he gets out of your way. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna arrow and then dash. The arrow is like for safety.
Fun.
And if you didn't arrow, sometimes he bolts to the right and then he gets stuck over here and then it's like a fucking nightmare trying to get him.
Oh, that's interesting to just like make him consistent to get a arrow in him. Got it.
If you don't have an arrow going into here, the room's a lot harder and it's like a nightmare. But if you have an arrow, easiest thing in the world, dash through there. Try to avoid the BMOS. You'll kind of get a feel for the timings. Either this guy's going to be like down here or he's going to be on the conveyor. So if he's on the conveyor, you like this. So right there, you swipe him and then you take a step to the right and then you start dashing down. Reason you take a step to the right is to avoid the beam and then you dash down because it'll put you like right here. I mean, I guess if I did that without pausing, I would have dashed right through the door. If he goes all the way, if he stays at the bottom, you swipe him and then you avoid the BMOS and then you go through the door like a different way.
Right.
That's Gauntlet 3. Gauntlet 4, sorry. Gauntlet 5. Hold down left. Then you to Fire Rod. Immediately Fire Rod him. He's dead. And then you kind of just figure out this guy.
Yeah.
You kind of start to figure out like ice physics doing this room. Basically like slash and then slash into down right kind of just forces your momentum like down, like diagonal down right.
Yeah, and the dash is pretty, the lineup's pretty simple in here. It seems.
Yeah. That time I got hit, it's fine. Just get out of here. Don't get hit too much. Here, I use I go past it and go over here.
Yeah. I've been noticing this one a lot more recently. You have the spin from the top. Yeah, walk around, spin. Fire.
There. So what you really want to do? Main thing is you want to kill the last landmo. If you don't kill the last landmo, then that sucks. Because you have to wait for him, and that's like really slow. If the first one or the second one, fuck off to like some corner, then that's like that sucks. But like whatever.
What are you gonna do? Yeah.
Yeah, but the last landmo, you want to kill him on cycle 1. We'll do this a few times so you have like some reference. Oops. Yeah, I missed a shot there. Once you get down to the point where you're not using half magic, another thing you have to consider is like your magic at this point. There I'd grab this extra safety because of what happens in Torches 1. Yeah, sorry, I kind of veered off of
no trouble.
No. Pretty hard, so I figured I'd just give you a refresher.
Yeah, I like the little intensive intro.
Oh, that's also totally fine. I guess if you have the fire
I'm half magic. I'm just blasting at this moment.
So then I started blasting.
That's right. Ugh. Also, I hurt myself too much there.
This room's a little bit different if you powder that, because normally if you just dash through that room, this guy hasn't even started yet. The landmos go like a lot closer together. Yeah, so there's actually a really advanced strat where you want to like wait in that room, and then you come in here and you do some weird shit with the cane of Samari, and you double spin them, and sometimes you get it, and it's like that's what Eddie does. But yeah, I don't do that. Most people don't do that.
Makes sense.
Oh yeah. Okay, wait. Let me show you the.
Yeah, this was just because I was low on magic.
Landmo 2, and I'll give myself silvers. Y items, maybe? Oh, there we go. Go here. What you do is you bonk up here, go up a little bit.
Yeah, to align you, right? Yeah. Very good.
Left, right, down, easy peasy.
That's so much better. Jesus Christ.
Yep. And the timing's, it's like the same as Landmos, right?
Yeah, exactly. No, but that lineup is the same that you do in normal Landmos, so.
It's the bonk and then like a teeny bit up if you want to,
/up, right, to avoid the rocks.
I think it's because it like puts you at an easier place to just consistently get the landmos in case you're a little bit late and you in case you don't miss them. I assume that's why I saw Ari do that once. I just assume that's why he does that.
That's the reason. Got it.
Yeah, honestly, you got through here like pretty quickly. Nice. Oh no.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, you'll get used to that. Don't worry about it.
I mean, I've done it 1,000 times, so same in this one.
Yeah, so here, you place the Samaria block at like a little. It was like a little bit weird, so I'll show you how it's done like properly. You place it to the left, a little bit below him, and then you wait for it to go up, and then you explode it.
Got it. Yeah. You let the conveyor carry it a little bit.
And as you're waiting for that, you go up to this guy, then you slash him.
Yeah, just hit him in the face. Yeah, Got it.
Here you diagonal up to like. There's a specific. Someone used the Lewis script to like figure out the optimal pixel here, where you get just totally boned like as little as possible. It's like around here-ish. I don't really know exactly where it is.
I don't know what my intuition is to go to the left there, just like reading left to right or something.
Oh, interesting.
Like I just hit down the middle, but yeah, that's very risky, right?
It's more risky, yeah, because sometimes you get frame rolled and you get hit there, and it's like it's just never a fun time if you get hit on that screen. That's a hard room. I'm not gonna like get really too into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is totally fine. Sometimes you'll see people draining all their magic here.
For the fake powder, right?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so that's why. I just wanted to make sure. That
it was you beat me to it. I was going to ask you. Should powder be one of the first safeties I drop or one of the last safeties I drop?
One of the last safeties you drop.
Got it.
I'd say it's like everything else, and then you do Saha rupees and stuff, and then you drop powder, and then eventually you drop fake powder, and then eventually you drop Sankheart. But that's a long way. That's only
that's quite far out there.
Yeah,
Got it.
That's only a 3-second time save over the course of the entire run.
Yeah, exactly. And those early hearts I need. So. Mm-hmm. This one again, totally unnecessary.
Yeah, so here, you're aware you can go like outside of here, and you don't have to.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I was getting the fairies just out of habit, but it was unnecessary.
What I want you to try doing is to do the Moldorm kill the Tempered Sword way, just for the sake of practice.
Okay, what's different?
So for Gold Sword, you only need to slash and then poke him or do 2 slashes, right? For Tempered Sword, it's a slash and then a spin.
Got it.
Or a dash. A dash is equivalent to a slash, right? So
yeah.
So here you go like down to here, you dash right, you hope you dash through him, if not you slash him, and then you charge a sword spin away from Moldorm. The reason you do that is because you're less likely to poke him. Then you try to get in a position and just like spin him. Practice this a few times. It's kind of hard to there we go, to avoid him. If he's coming straight at you, what you can do is hook and then release.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah. But if he's not coming at you, you can like sidestep him. It's not as hard. You got to think of this like from the perspective of this is the same Moldorm that I beat the shit out of in Hera. It's the same patterns. You got to read the patterns, except this time you got your sword out and you're like spinning him.
Very good. And then so you do the spin because it saves you having to hit him 3 times, right? Like it's
Yeah.
And the dash, the first hit as a dash is way more consistent. Makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. I'll teach you the timing too because you're a music guy. So when he explodes, it'll be 4 explosions. So bump, 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 bump. And then it's just his head left, and then his head will go da 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 da, and it'll be like 9 beats of that, and on the 9th beat you hook down. So I'll like kind of show you the timing for that.
You're right, yeah.
Super unnecessary, but I figured you'd want to know.
I appreciate it. No, it's a good cue.
2, 3. Wait. No, it's Night of something.
Oh.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. I was a little early.
Yeah, but I hear it.
Okay.
Right, I see it. Beautiful.
Oh, and you want a menu to hook beforehand, but you probably already know that.
Yeah,
you can't explode.
Exactly. I don't know.
I did that recently. I did that when I came back too because I just fucking forgot.
Well, what did I think was in there? Arrows don't need them.
Oh no.
Health don't need it. I know.
Agate's hard. I'd say spin to win. As long as you can. Don't worry too much about this. It's like one of the. It's the Lanmos of the Dark World.
I mean, I was.
Oh, he's also giving you really fucked up patterns as part of it.
I know. Well, I think I put myself in a position that let them spread all out around me. So it's like a 5 cycle. I've never seen something so atrocious. But
I've seen
through it
in Yuzuhara's All Dungeons RMG world record. He just loses his mind. He gets a 7 cycle in this. Everything else in that run, just gorgeous, just like so well thought out, well done. He does like 4 just insanely difficult hovers. He does the pod hover, he does the Meyer hover, and then he gets a 7 cycle Aga. So it's hard.
Yeah, exactly. The floor is the basement, right? Like there's no.
Yeah. I'm still trying to figure out that fight. I'll practice it sometimes, and Doom Tap will come in and give me tips, which is really appreciated.
Yeah. Who was it? Mooglemod's way of talking about how to practice it I found interesting, and it's just like everything else, get your reps in. But this is.
Oh yeah, right, Rando. That's.
Yeah, I know. But I say how anticlimactic one of the easier fights when you have silvers comes at the very end of the game.
Yeah, I mean to be fair, the first part's kind of difficult.
Yes, yeah, exactly right. Once I feel like I'm here, I'm an autopilot.
Oh, okay. That's a little scary.
Yeah.
You could have fallen in the pit there.
This is also me trying to do the strat of, well, it's faster not to do torch glitch, and I just again lose my mind. Thank God I have fairies. But when you have gold, when you have silvers, it's just it should be a 2 cycle, but that's not what happened there.
Yeah, I wouldn't even. I had no idea how to 2 cycle or do anything fancy when I did gold and silvers. At some point, I wouldn't worry about it too much unless you're like, already like more experienced and you want to try out 100%.
Yeah. I think that's far in my future. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sure.
If I'm doing 100%, if I get the itch, but like this, I am very satisfied.
When you properly like sit down and get taught Ganon and have someone teach you Ganon, and don't like learning it on your own is
okay.
You might end up
standard.
You might end up like learning some bad muscle memory and stuff, and it's
okay.
It's better to just have it taught to you.
Important to learn proper.
Yeah.
Okay, I appreciate that a lot.
I'll teach it to you. It'll or like Bitey or someone or Concision. We'll figure it out. But yeah.
I have to say I appreciate your your ongoing involvement, your commitment to keep playing with me and to keep teaching me the way. It's very much appreciated, Nasky.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're too kind.
I mean, when I was getting in, into this, like Bitey helped me, Ray helped me, Corey helped me, so I'm just kind of paying it forward. I was in the same graduating class of Bitey's school of how to do Link to the Past good as Spaces and Concision. For the record, yeah, we're the graduating class of like November 2023 or something. So, I've been in your shoes before, so it's I like to pay it forward.
You're very welcoming, dude, and so helpful. And I mean, I can't thank you enough for taking your afternoon and walking through 2 hours of this stuff with me. It's really appreciated.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime. But yeah, we'll learn Ganon properly at some point. But for now, I think that should be about it.
I got plenty of notes here. Now I'm itching to play again. You know what I mean? Like you give me a lot of good food for thought. I think I'm gonna go for a walk. Walk around my neighborhood and digest some of this stuff. You made my day, dude. I don't mean to be too effusive, but you really did put a smile on my face today. Thank you, homie.
Appreciate that. And also, just for the record, there was I gave you like, I don't know. I went maybe a little like too in the weeds for a lot of stuff, so just don't get overwhelmed. Just
not at all. No.
No,
this is the intermediate beginner I'm at right now, right? Like, okay, I have familiarity with the game, right? Like, nothing surprises me about it anymore. And now I'm getting the finer points, even though I'm sure this is so superficial for you that you played this game for a couple of years and you have to remind yourself, oh, I should tell him to do this, tell him to do that. Again, appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, because what I was really missing is this like room by room breakdown, and how to progress. You know what I mean? How to go forward from here. So can't thank you enough,
sure.
bro. I owe you one.
And as far as I guess like resources for learning stuff goes, you've probably already looked at like the fruit bats tutorial.
Yep.
You're beyond that at this point. I'd say next, look at if you need like strats for rooms, look at Noob Splice. It's a splice where all the rooms are like kind of easy strats, consistent strats, stuff like that. So look to that for like I think your pod mimics was good, but like if you want to upgrade, mimics 1, mimics 2 in Ganon's Tower, for example, look at that, and just like kind of wherever. And then once you get like kind of approaching like sub 90 level, I'd say look at FMG and just try to break it down room by room, or like split by split, I suppose. Yeah, beyond that, I'm happy to teach you like boss fights and stuff, and like Ganon, and I'll be there for you, man.
I appreciate it. I will, I'm just getting the way to articulate about this game better and getting better familiarity. And like when I'm taking notes and stuff after a game, I'm just having like, I'm remembering better of, ooh, that mimic room I really was not proud of. Right. And like just having the language to talk about this stuff. And it's really been fun watching like everyone on Twitch. Like just every night, someone's running an MG, and it's a real nice, tight knit, welcoming community and stuff. So I'm learning a lot by osmosis too. Just watching everyone play it more. I'm watching with new eyes now. You know what I mean? Now that I've played it so much, and I can pick up on these things and the way you guys talk about it, and can't thank you enough, dude. I'm rambling.
All right,
bro.
Yeah,
I'll let you go. You have a good one, and I'll talk to you soon, okay?
You too. Have a good walk.
All right. Thanks, dude. Bye.
Bye.